Hello and welcome to Illinois Immigration News. Today we will be interviewing Tom Coben. Keep watching to find out all about Tom's immigration story. You can come in now, Tom.
Hi, how are you doing?
I'm doing great. How are you?
I'm doing great and happy to be here to tell you all about how I immigrated.
Great. Would you like to start the questions?
Sure.
All right. My first question is, how old were you when you immigrated to the United States?
I was 10 years old when I immigrated.
Wow, that's a young age to immigrate.
It is.
Why did your family decide to immigrate?
Well, it's a long story. My father was in Utah while me and my family were still living in Poland, and we didn't have the best life in Poland, so we decided to move. Plus, our dad was already in Utah.
Interesting. All right, the next question is, in what year did you immigrate?
Well, the decade was 1980 to 1990.
Oh, well, that was a long time ago. At the time, who was the president and ruler of your country, and where did you live?
I lived in Poland, and the president of Poland during that time was Edward Bernard Raczynski, and the president of the United States was Jimmy Carter.
I hear that there were a lot of inventions the year you immigrated from Poland, correct?
Yes, there was the Nintendo Game Boy and Post-it notes, but that's all I could remember.
Those are some major inventions nowadays. What were some of your favorite foods when you came to America?
My favorite food was pizza when I came to America.
Yeah, lots of people, including me, enjoy those types of foods. Can you tell me about the Third Polish Republic? It seems like a very interesting thing to learn about.
Poland engaged in a democratic transition which put an end to the Polish People's Republic, and it was just a big fight over the government.
Oh, well, that's a lot of information about what that was, which would be perfect for the people who don't know, like me.
Definitely, because that was a very interesting time of my life.
Definitely. Now, this question is a bunch of questions in one. How did you feel when you left your friends to come to America? Number 2, what did you do with your friends all the time?
We played hide and seek and rode our bikes, and I felt so sad I had to leave my friends at such a young age, but I found new ones in America.
Oh, I hate leaving my friends at such a young age. That wouldn't be any fun. The next question is, what were some of your favorite TV shows and movies?
Well, when I was younger, we didn't really have that many, but there were 2 channels on the TV, and at 7 o'clock every night, for 10 to 15 minutes, we used to have a show for kids called Dobra Nocka for only like 10 to 15 minutes, but when I came to America, I watched Ninja Turtles for a lot longer than just 15 minutes.
Oh, I remember those shows. Those were definitely some fan favorite. What about songs?
I listened to AC/DC, Poison, and MC.
Those were some popular ones. Definitely my favorite was Whitney Houston. She was one of my favorite. Basically, the only thing I would ever listen to. So I know I've already asked you so many questions, but I have just a few more. What was the first activity when you came to America?
I played soccer because in Poland that was a really popular sport, and it is in a lot of places.
That was definitely a fun and popular sport in Poland and many other countries. Now tell me an interesting story that happened in Poland before you immigrated.
Oh, this is a bad one. So when I was going in the winter to get firewood, I threw the axe in the buggy when we were finished, and it bounced off and hit my leg right about here, and I still have a scar from that day. It was a terrible accident.
Oh, that's scary. And you still have a scar? Wow. Now, for the last but not least, what did you miss from leaving Poland?
I missed the beautiful land, my family, and my friends. Just that land is just so beautiful.
It's so sad that you had to leave everything, especially the land. I've been to Poland, and it was definitely beautiful. Well, thank you so much for being here today, and thank you for watching watching. I had so much fun interviewing you, and the story is very interesting. Probably the most interesting I've ever heard. We'll see you next time on Illinois Immigration News. Goodbye.
Bye. Thank you.
Bye.
Today we're going to be interviewing Nada.
Hi, I'm so happy to be here today.
How are you?
Good.
Okay, so today I'm going to be asking you some questions on how you immigrated.
Okay, I'm ready.
So the first question is pretty simple. How old were you when you immigrated?
I was 29 years old when I immigrated.
Oh, wow. That's a nice age to immigrate. What country did you come from?
I came from Serbia with my husband.
That's nice. What year did you immigrate?
I immigrated to this country in 1966.
Now, why did you immigrate?
I immigrated to the U.S. because life in Europe after World War II was very hard, and my parents died in World War II, and I was only 5 years old when they died.
Oh my gosh, that's horrible. Where did you enter the U.S.?
I entered the U.S. through New York, and I came by ship over the sea.
What city did you live in when you first entered the U.S.?
From New York, we came straight to Milwaukee, rented a room, and started living there.
That's nice. What were you and your husband's first jobs?
Well, my husband worked at a factory, and I was a housewife. And I took care of my baby son, Milan.
Oh, that's nice. What was going on in Serbia in 1966?
Joseph Broz Tito removes Alexander, an intelligence officer in main Serbian Kardin, from his position.
Wow. Now, what were some inventions in 1966?
Vans came out in 1966, and the casual shoe company favorite among skateboarding started as the Van Dorder Rubber Company in March of 1966.
Nice. Who was the president of Serbia?
The president of Serbia in 1966 was named Ivan Ribar.
Who was the president of the U.S. in 1966?
Lyndon B. Johnson was the president of the U.S. in 1966.
Nice. What were some of your favorite foods from your country?
Chufafte is one of the most well-known and beloved Serbian foods.
Okay, what was your favorite food when you came to the U.S.?
My favorite food is rice and beans because they remind me of the ship.
What were some popular movies from Serbia?
Naslova, Naslova.
That's nice. What were some popular songs from Serbia?
Itsy Bitsy Pants is a song in Serbia, and it is popular.
What did you like to do in your free time?
I like to go on walks whenever I had free time to go because I love spending time outside in the nature.
That's nice. And thank you for watching me interview Nada. We'll see you next time. Bye.